Hello student, welcome to the class of Database Management System. I hope that you have watched my previous video related to Dbms. In today's lecture, we are going to study about data independence. Let's get started. In our previous video, we have studied about three schema architecture. So the advantage of the three schema architecture is data independence. What is data independence, how it is achieved, and how important it is to the database management system that we will study today. What is data independence? Data independence is the ability to modify the schema definition of a database at one level without affecting the schema definition at the next higher level is called as the data independence. Means whatever changes you are going to make at the physical schema or at the conceptual schema, the alternate higher level will not get affected. So, what do you understand by the word schema? Schema means the structure, or you can say the blueprint. Okay, the structure at the physical level, the structure at the conceptual level. If you are going to make any change in the structure, the other level will not get affected. So, if you are going to make the change at the physical level, the logical level will not be affected. If you are going to make any change at logical level, the view level will not be affected. If you are going to make any change at the physical level, conceptual level and view level will not be affected. So it is going to provide with the ability to change your physical schema, to change the conceptual schema according to requirement. And it will also enhance the security of the system. It will reduce the time. It will reduce the cost. So that is a main advantage of data independence. So as you can see in this diagram, okay, so this is your three schema architecture: physical schema, conceptual schema, and the view schema. Now, what do you understand by data independence? If you are going to make any change at the physical schema, the conceptual schema will not be affected and neither the view schema will be affected. Similarly, if you are going to make any changes at the conceptual schema, the alternate level will not be affected. What is the need to make all these kind of changes? So, based on the requirement of the organization, the physical schema can change. Based on the current need of the system, the schema can change. So you cannot avoid the changes. Only thing you need to do is your system should accept the change and it should work in a seamless manner. So that is the main advantage of any of the system. So over here also, the system is going to provide with the data independence concept. So whatever changes you are going to inculcate in your system should happily accept it. So this type of data independence is the physical data independence and the logical data independence. Two type of data independence, that is the physical data independence and the logical data independence. What do you understand by the physical data independence? Physical data independence means you are going to make the change at the physical level. You are going to make the change at the physical level. It will not affect the logical level, neither it should affect the conceptual level. Okay. Now what kind of changes you are going to make at the physical level? Like for example, this is organization is going to change the storage devices, the access technique, the compression technique, whatever changes they are going to make at the physical level, the logical level and the external level should not be affected. So it provides you with the freedom to modify. Now, for example, if you are going to use any of the website, and they are going to move their database from one server to another server, they are going to change their storage mechanism, whatever changes they are going to make at the back end, at the physical level, the way in which you are going to access those websites, the application is going to access those websites, it will not change. If this change occurs, then It will be a tremendous drawback to your system because everything needs to be rewritten again. Like the application program needs to be rewritten again, the website needs to be built again. So that is a major drawback, you can say. So your system should, or your database should provide, or it is providing with you the ability to make any changes at the physical level. Okay, so example of this physical data independence are: you are going to make any change in the storage device, you are going to make any change in the access mechanism, you are going to change any compression technique, you are going to change the data structure. Whatever changes you are going to make, it will not affect the higher level. So that is the physical data independence. Next is the logical data independence. Logical data independence means you are going to change the logical schema. You are going to change the schema, you are going to change the structure. And whenever you are going to make this structure, the view level or the physical level will not get affected. Obviously, the schema will change. Any table after the period of years, you need to change those structure. So if you are going to make change at the conceptual level, the view level should not get affected. And all this is taken care by the mapping which is done between the logical level and the view level. So your system is going to absorb that changes and it will not affect the higher level. So what do you understand by the logical data independence? Logical data independence means you are going to modify the logical schema. You are going to modify the conceptual schema, and the view schema will not get affected. For example, you are going to have a student table which is going to have two attributes, for example, name and roll number. And now your system initially it was having two attributes, name and roll number. And the application program was designed in such a way that it was retrieving the name and roll number. Now, based on the requirement, you have added another attribute, that is the mobile number. Now, your initial application, which were retrieving name and the roll number, the complete application will not change as you are adding another attribute. That is the logical data independence. Whatever attributes you are going to add, whatever relationship you are going to make to a table, the way in which the data were accessed were not to be tempered, will not change. So that is a logical data independence. Obviously, in an organization, it is going to work in this manner. First, the table were having this much number of attributes, this was the relation. Then based on the current structure, they were changing the attributes, they are changing the foreign key relationship, whatever key relationship. So your ultimate way in which you are accessing the data will not get affected. So that is a logical data independence. Like for example, you are going to add, delete any entity or the relationship. You are going to merge the record. You are going to break the record. You are going to add new attribute. You are going to alter the attribute. You are going to delete the attribute. You are going to merge two record. Whatever changes you are going to make at the conceptual level, it will not affect the higher level. So that is a logical data independence. It is neither affecting the higher level, neither the lower level. So if you are going to make any changes at the conceptual level, neither the view level nor the physical level will get affected. So this is one of the very important feature of the database management system, that is the logical data independence and the physical data independence. And because of this feature, because of all these kind of features, it is going to provide with the data security. You can make any kind of changes. So advantage of data independence is you can make any change at the schema at one level and it should not affect the another level. It provides you with the facility of data abstraction. It provides you with the security of database. You can add, delete record at any moment, and it will save lots of time and price ultimately. Because if this data independence were not provided, then if you are going to make any minute changes, the conceptual level will need to be changes, the view level needs to be changes. If you are making any change at the conceptual level, the view level needs to be changes. So if this concept of data independence were not provided to your system, it will be a very costly system, the work will be very tedious. So these are the main advantages of data independence, and that is why it is used in organization and everywhere. The database is used in every system because of this feature of data independence. And the minute disadvantage is just the complexity. It is going to increase the complexity. You are going to follow some norms whenever you are going to make any kind of changes, and the initial investment for the hardware and the software will be high. So in today's lecture we have studied about what do you understand by the logical data independence and the physical data independence. What is physical data independence? Whatever changes you are going to make at the physical schema, it will not affect the conceptual schema or the view level. Whatever changes we are going to make at the conceptual level, it will not affect the view level and the physical level. So these are the main thing about the data independence. I hope that you have understood my lecture. Thank you for watching my lecture. Kindly like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.